Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, proudly presents to you another outstanding episode of 15 Minutes of Fandom. That's right. With this episode, what we do is we choose one fan that we feel stands out from the rest and have them on our show to find out their story about what made them become a fan of professional wrestling and certain moments that they've enjoyed as a fan, etc., etc. So, with that being said, in the first corner we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He is the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always positive, life is great, repping 592, living in the 718. No cap, straight facts, the worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a man who actually is also a wrestling fan, and he actually, for the first time, may be a bit helpful because of those. For those of you that have seen me in person, I'm a bit of a big guy. I'm a bit on the large side. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm a foodie at heart. Don't you trust me? I don't. Hey, ladies, look at it this way. You hang out with me, you're gonna get fed. But everybody, welcome to the show. Not only is he a New York-based wrestling fan who, and I'm actually jealous of him. He actually got to see Black Girl Magic 2 last weekend, and he's also a big and tall fashion blogger. Hopefully, he can give me some tips, for us big guys out here. Everybody, welcome to the show, The Antagonist.
Thank you very
Woo!
much. Appreciate the shout out. Been a wrestling fan my whole life, about 35 years now, pretty close to that. Been blogging for over 4 years now. Fly Fat Boy Fashion on Instagram. Check me out. And really ready to talk about this wrestling thing. I really like what you got going on here.
Thanks. We appreciate it. We're gonna try and make it quick because we know NXT is coming on, and it's about to be a live one. Triple H, and the DX gang, they taking over and making things explosive. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna make this quick. We're gonna make it happen like a captain. And I gotta say, thank you for doing this for us. We know you could have been busy, and you got things going on, but we really appreciate it. So I gotta ask you, man. So what made you become a fan of professional wrestling?
Well, I've always been in to sports movies. Like I was into Rocky and Into the Dragon, The Last Dragon growing up. And
Okay,
I used to watch my Saturday morning cartoons, right? So,
right,
on Channel 5, right after that, I came on at noon, right? Was
right,
that
right.
Superstars of WWE. And I was to see the Ultimate Warrior come out
Okay.
and shake them ropes and the music blasting. I'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would just be like, wow, this is awesome. Like all of these dudes that's like superheroes over here, like in real life to me, like just beating people's asses and all of that and just taking names. And I was really feeling it and I haven't gotten over it since. I just more invested now than I was even before. So
Wow, that's cool to hear, man. That's cool to hear. That you were watching since the times of the Ultimate Warrior. He was one of my first favorites actually, and I know when everybody was going, yeah, Hulkamania's running wild, brother, and all that. I was a Warrior fan. The way the energy he brought running down to the ring. In hindsight, didn't have the best move set, but he made it work for him, and he
yeah.
made it work to the point where he was the
Hmm.
WWE points. So
To
yeah,
me, he was Goldberg before Goldberg, in my opinion. He came out there, he did his three clotheslines, he did his gorilla press and his splash, and he was done. The party he keeps on going. And I was the same way. I wasn't a Hogan guy taking vitamins. I thought I was cornball stuff. I was just like shake them ropes and beat the clothesline dudes and all of that. And like you said, looking back, really hard to watch his matches unless you have that frame of mind of old school. But at the time, it was a thrill rush to me.
yeah. With Hulk Hogan, I was never a fan. The first wrestling match I saw actually involved Hulk Hogan. It was Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Bar Beefcake versus Macho King Randy Savage and Zeus at SummerSlam '89. I saw that on VHS in 1990. I was never a Hulk Hogan guy, but I always respected what he brought to the sport because without Hogan, let's be honest, the rock and wrestling era wouldn't have been as successful without him. Him
Yeah.
and Vince were the ones that really made that what it was. They were the forerunners. Him and Vince McMahon. So yeah. So So you were watching. I think you were watching like around like the late '80s, early '90s. I'm not trying to put your business out there on the street. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
Hey,
good.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm 39 years old. So I'm not. Hey, don't feel bad, man. I'm next May I'll be 40. So,
Exactly. That's what's
but
up.
yeah, man. But so growing up, did you ever get to meet? Did you ever get to go to any of the WWE, WWF shows? Did you ever get to meet any wrestlers growing up, or were you just like did you watch it at home?
Well, I watched that at home until I was like 16.
Uh,
Hello, you there?
yeah, we're there.
Okay, sorry about that. Um, yeah, when I was growing up, I didn't get to go to the shows. The only time I went to the shows when I saved up my allowance when I was like 16 and went with a bunch of my homeboys from high school. And I swear to everything, I swear, I started Angle Sucks. I was there the first day in MSG when he was doing the angles, the and I was like, you suck, because I'm the antagonist and I always like the bad guys. And he was the cornball guy to me. So I was like, you suck. And everybody started chanting it. And then now it was like his corn card or whatever. But, I'm just saying, that's something I always try to like put out there because I feel like I'm the first one that did it. Because I was alone on that. People was looking at me like, what? But, other than that, I've gone to many, many, many shows. I met many wrestlers on the indie scene. I'm a big indie guy. Once I moved to Pennsylvania about 7 or 8 years ago, the indie scene there is really deep, and I was able to meet a lot of wrestlers that were on the indie scene. Either they left WWE or they was like older wrestlers from like ECW or just people on the come up, things like that. And it was really an awesome time, as far as like just hitting shows on the indie scene. But I have seen a lot of WWE shows. I've been to one AEW show that was September of last year. So I went to that show. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to this one, but if I can, then I will try to. But yeah, it's really been a trip. I've probably been to like 50 shows, but
Oh,
like
wow.
40 of them has been probably indie shows. So
Hey, that's. I like indie shows more because you get to not just meet with the fans, but your fellow fans. But we also get to meet with wrestlers and so on. You get to have a bit more time to chat and shoot the breeze with them.
yeah,
And especially me running a podcast where one of my main things is interviewing wrestlers and so on. I get to like talk to them and just shoot the breeze and network and so on. I know Rob here, he's a referee, so he's in the middle of it, like literally,
that's
like,
awesome.
and he gets to like actually talk to people like Kaz, like Big Kaz and Enzo and all
Oh,
them.
wow.
Like, and it's not like, oh, hey, I'm a fan. I'm just here to get an autograph and get a picture. And your work is, he's like, yo, Enzo, yo, Cass, what do you guys want? So you guys ready? I mean, I'm gonna be here in the corner. Whatever you guys want to do, you guys do. But I'll just be, checking the ropes and just, doing the counts and whatnot. And yeah, man. Yeah, indie
That's
shows.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So speaking of indie shows, you actually got to go to Black Girl Magic too, which was hosted, I do believe, by Jobber Tears and Women.
Mhm.
So how was that show, man? I heard a lot of great. I had to work that day. I was like, man,
Ah,
I
man.
love wrestling, but I gotta pay these bills, man. I wish I didn't have to like do this, but hey, that's life. But how was it, man? Like, how
Yeah.
was it being there?
I thought it was a lot better than I expected, only because it was only five matches on the card. But
Oh,
every single girl there worked their butts off, and they were really, I was a little worried about the scenery, but then the lights came on, so I was like, good. And everybody worked their butts off, and it was really nice in the middle of the show and after the show. I was able to get a nice, picture in with Trisha Dora. She was nice and cool, had her own swag, and I was a little intimidated at first because, like, online, like I didn't know. But Cameron Bam Bam, she comes off a little, like don't mess with me. But she's really, really sweet in person. Like she just so smiles, and I just was able to get a nice pic with her, and she was awesome. And um, it was just a great show, high energy. The crowd was into it. My wife was into it, and my wife don't really even be liking wrestling shows like that, but she was into it because she was into that black girl magic. You know what I'm saying? Seeing them impress and put it all out there, and not take no breaks, not take no, shortcuts. They was just busting their butts, So I really had a really good time. I definitely want to probably go next year again.
Yeah, well, I could tell you, like, if you got like that, or if you can, man, like anything Battle Club Pro has, it's phenomenal. I've went to two of their shows. I've enjoyed myself, met a lot of cool people. I actually got to network with several people. I got to actually, um, I actually got to interview to actually meet this woman that was just getting into wrestling, and her name was I forgot her last, but her last name was Rob. Did you see that interview? Her last name was Fuentes, Amanda Fuentes. There we go. It was Amanda Fuentes, and she was
Mhm.
actually just starting out. And I saw her accompanying somebody. I'm like, who's that female? I want to talk to her. I want to. Not and I'm like that sometimes. I see people. I'm like, who's that guy? Who's that girl? I want to talk to that. I want to get that person on my show. And it's because I went there. I actually got to actually network with her and get her on and have her on our show. Same thing with Vita Von Star. Like I saw Vita Von Star wrestle in person. I was amazed. I was very impressed, and I was like, yeah, I gotta try to find out we gotta try to find out what your story is. And lo and behold, we had her on here too. And it's not even just that; it's just like just meeting fans as well. I mean, the Battle Club is just so it's like it's like family. Like you go there, you just like after a while it becomes like a family meeting and so on. So I would recommend them to anybody that's actually in New York, um, and you know Jobberteers who well not Jobberteers but Janelle who is actually co-owner of Battle Club. She's actually mad cool as well, man. Like definitely I give her a lot of respect and yeah, it's. I wish I could have made those shows, man. I had to work both days, but
Oh
maybe
wow.
yeah, it's life, man. I mean, hey, it is what.
It
But
is what it is. The bills don't get paid by themselves. So I definitely get what you're saying. That's the same thing with me on Saturday. I wanted to go to that Jobber Slam, but I couldn't. I couldn't. So
yeah,
I just made it to one of the two shows. And
yeah,
I went to Battle Club back when they was touring when remember when the WrestleMania was in New York? I think
yeah.
it was 2019. So I went to the whole week of shows that week. And the first show was Battle Club Pro. It was the best show probably of the whole entire 7 or 8 shows I went to. Um William Regal was there scouting. And I seen him and I tried to get a picture and he turned around like as soon as he seen my camera. And that was right before Indy Hartwell got signed up by WWE. So he was
What?
there and then got Indy Hartwell right at that show. I'm pretty sure he posted her right at that show
I
because
got,
she just had it all.
I got a Club Pro.
Yeah.
Wow. That
And Priscilla, the other one, that was with her, the 6 foot one.
yeah.
Yeah, she was there too, but she didn't get called, but she's in WWE now. She was at that show as well.
Priscilla,
Also, Layla Hirsch was there as well, and she blew me away with her toughness. I was like, wow. So,
I could tell you two more girls I would watch are Cosmic and Luna's. Not Luna's. What's the girl's name? She's Dominican. She has the white hair. JC Storm. There we go. JC Storm. That's the
oh
other one.
yeah, I
JC, I'm
seen
sorry I
her.
didn't see your name if you see
That's the
this.
other time I seen her at the show. I think that's the show we was at because I seen her at that show and she had that 6 woman match and she just killed it. I was like, wow, I was blown away.
Yeah,
And I seen her at a House of Glory show and we talked for like 10 or 15 minutes. And she was so nice. She was so nice down to earth and everything.
yeah.
And then I seen her doing work at I went to MLW and I see her doing ring work over there. And I was like, she needs to be in that ring, because she's so good.
The way the work ethic, if she keeps working the way she is, she will definitely get to where she wants to be. It all depends. It all starts with the person, perseverance. Like Dwayne the Rock Johnson once said, you know, perseverance gets you there, consistency keeps you there. So she'll get to where she wants to be. And I saw her match against Cosmic, and the homegirl can go. It's only a matter of time. Um, and hopefully
Yeah,
we can get her on this show. JC, if you see this, we trying to get you on it, sister. Trust me, we seeing your work. You're doing good. But I just got two more questions before I pass over to Rob. So my second to last question is, you know, who was that one wrestler you've always wanted to meet? And when you finally got to meet, like you were just like so excited. You were like, "Yo, I'm about to be this person. I can't believe it. This is gonna be crazy." For me, it was Rickalon Stevens, aka Ezekiel Jackson, because he's Guyanese. I'm Guyanese too. I've been watching for 32 years now, and I've never seen a Guyanese. I never thought I'd see a Guyanese wrestler, and lo and behold, there's a fellow countryman doing it big and there would be like nobody's business. And I got to meet him 10 years ago, and to this day, he every now and then he comments on certain posts that I put up and so on. So who was your uh wrestler that you were excited to meet?
Okay, so I can tell you one of my best interactions. I can tell you for sure because it comes off the top of my head. Was when I went to this show and called Atomic Championship Wrestling Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and the Sandman was there. I know you like the Sandman. Yeah, the Sandman from ECW was there, and he was really cool in person. We talked for like a good like 5-8 minutes, and then he came out. I was like, put it up there, and he went ahead and did the beer thing with me. So I was like, oh, I got the beard thing. You know how he does the beard thing. He pours the beard in your mouth, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. And whatever. So he did that with me. And I was like the star of the show in a sense, like in the audience anyway, on the sidelines, because I'm the one person that he did that with in that show. And he gave me pound and all of that. And I was like, yeah, yeah, let's go, whatever. And that was like a really cool interactive experience that I had maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. So that was really an awesome time I had with Sandman, the Sandman ECW fame. That's something I could go off the top of my head and tell you. As far as like major names, I can't think of major names like that, but I know the Sandman. That was definitely one of my best experiences. So
Awesome. That's a cool experience. I'm glad that you got that. Um, Definitely wouldn't mind getting the beer thing because I love me a good beer, and I wouldn't. The Sandman is definitely one guy I don't think I'd want to drink with. Man, that guy is just. Whew.
yeah, he's
But
a party and a half. He's a really cool guy in person.
yeah, that
So
that's a really that's awesome that you actually got to have that experience as well too. So my last question is, before I turn it over to Rob, is what are some shows that you'd want to attend in the near future? Like just off top of your head, like that you haven't got or some promotions that whose shows you've never gotten to attend.
well, I know I want to see that AEW show coming up, but the main show I want to see is the NJPW Stardom show on October 28th. And when they come to New York City, they haven't been over here in over 3 years. They may not be over here another 2 or 3 years. You don't know because the way they tour, they almost always on the West Coast. So if I could get a chance to go to that show and I'm off that day, I already know. That'd be phenomenal. I love New Japan as well. Stardom, I don't know about. I have a ton of respect for them. I did see one of their shows during that WWE WrestleMania weekend when it was in New York, and I really am looking forward to that show.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I would like to see a New Japan show in person. It's funny because I've actually been stationed in Japan for 3 years. Went to Tokyo twice. Been to the New Japan Pro Wrestling store where they have all the merchandise. But I've never gone to a New Japan show. I don't know why. I guess I didn't know where the tickets were being sold for Wrestle Kingdom or anything. So, but I was following when I was in Japan. So, hopefully one day I get to attend one of their shows. I know Stardom is, from what I've heard, I've never heard a bad thing about Stardom. They are that good at what they do, and believe it or not, if I hope you get to make, because then you'll hopefully get to see, in my opinion, a rare defense of the Artist of Stardom Championship, which is the only. And for those of you listening, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know everything. The only six-woman tag team championship in all professional wrestling. So hopefully
They
you
have
get
a
to see.
6 woman tag championship. I never even heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and you want something amazing too? You and I, all three of us here know a team that actually held those titles. It was called Freedom, and that was a team of Kairi Sane or Kairi Hojo, Mayu Iwatani, who was the second Ring of Honor or second Women of Honor champion, and Io Shirai, who is now known as Io Sky. They were known as Freedom, and they held those titles. And they also made an appearance on Lucha Underground. They were the three women. I don't know if you remember, but they were three of the four women that were fighting Pentagon Black in that gauntlet match at Lucha Underground.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's
Yeah. Hopefully,
they're
get
all phenomenal wrestlers. I always gotta catch any of their matches, so they're really good.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. Kind of Rob has some questions for you. Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Remy. So what's going on, man? How's everything doing today?
I'm doing good. Just happy to be on and everything. Talk, shoot the breeze about some wrestling.
Oh,
Really, really
that's
cool to
awesome.
be on. I appreciate you shout me out and invite me on. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you for coming on, taking time out of your day chat with us, man. It's awesome, man. So, man, you said you're in Pennsylvania. Are you anywhere near Philly or anything?
Oh no, okay. So I had moved to Pennsylvania and I came back to New York like about
Oh, you're back in New York. Okay.
yeah. I was there. I was in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, which is like 15
Yeah.
minutes from Missy. So I was there for like 5 years and moved back here. So that's
Okay,
what
I
happened.
gotcha. Yeah, because I was gonna be like, yeah, man, we got indie show 1CW CCW, man. The 17th of September, man. If you over there that way, man, it's not a far drive, man. You gotta come on down, check us out.
That was the first show I went to when I was in Pennsylvania, in Lebanon. Was the CCW show, Classic Championship Wrestling. I've been to several of their shows. They're really good time with Rob and them. Rob Notches.
Oh no, no,
So,
this is Capital Championship Wrestling.
oh,
This is all
Capital. I
female.
thought you
It's
said
an
about
all
champion.
female promotion. Yeah, it's an all
Oh,
female promotion.
oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
it's
been yet.
awesome.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, yeah. Kalen King's their champ, and the Renegade Twins are the tag champs, and
Oh,
Kayla Sparks is the Title Match Network champ. Yeah.
okay. That's what's up. That's awesome. I definitely like what the Renegade Twins are getting some heat on. AEW, AEW Dark.
hmm
They're getting some tag team action over there. So that's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want to mess with them backstage or whatever. They'll fight some people. I
They
got
live
on
in
their
the
Yeah, I got on their good side or whatever, you know what I mean? So they'll allow me to be in their presence or whatever. Anybody else, a lot of other people, it's like, oh no, you getting a foot in the face or something, you know what I mean? It's like, oh man.
Mhm. I'm gonna get in some better light. So let me go over here real fast.
Oh man, do your thing, man, do
There
your
you go.
thing.
Better light. Okay.
Man, I'm probably gonna pause or something, you know. I'll probably, the internet will go out or whatever because I got thunderstorms like coming my way and stuff, man. Yeah, I already hear the thunder and all that. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'm
windy over
hoping,
here. So
yeah, I'm hoping the
I think,
power and all don't go out, man. But it should be all right.
yeah.
So, are you ready for the pay-per-view Saturday? What is it? The Castle, the WWE one?
Oh yeah, for sure. Triple H has just turned the whole ship around. For like the last year, I barely watched any WWE outside of the pay-per-views. I'm not even gonna front.
hmm
No Raw, no SmackDown, no, and I totally been to NXT. I would go ahead and just catch like a couple of clips on YouTube that they nicely provide like 10 seconds after the thing happens, But now it's like I'm back to watching wrestling 5 days a week again. Must be east of
Nice.
my life. I'm watching wrestling like 4 or 5 days a week with AEW, of course, on top of Raw and SmackDown, and I'm gonna definitely get back into NXT now. I mean, better things about that. So
Oh yeah,
definitely
yeah,
looking
that's
forward
awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, 'cause they got. I know they started that feud with Riddle and Rollins, and Rollins cut that promo last night, man, just burned him. I was like, ooh.
to
On Twitter, somebody put the thing on there and put Nas's ether beat, on there, and then Rollins was all like, "Yeah, your wife don't like you, your kids hate you," and I was like,
Yeah,
mm.
I know, right? That was crazy. And it's like I know the whole backstory, so it's like they're doing like a work shoot almost, because I know the
Oh yeah,
backstory to it or whatever. And I'm not gonna repeat it and put it out there, but if you know it, you know. And it's kind of crazy that they're letting people's personal lives go into the show in a sense. They're like, okay, we know you're a smart fan, so you know what this is about. That's what most people are nowadays if they're regular fans, if they smart fans. So yeah.
yeah, man, yeah. I was even in the comments. I remember in the comments somebody was like, "No, man, you gotta put Tupac's Hit 'Em Up beat on there." I was like, "Oh man, that'd be pretty cool to hear."
Yeah.
So who's your? You said you grew up, man, watching the Warrior. I like Warrior is always cool. I'm with y'all, man. I didn't like Hogan either, man. I used to call him Ketchup and Mustard. You know what I mean? He rolling out there and stuff, man. I was a fan of Mr. Perfect and Million Dollar Man. Those were my guys when I was younger. So I'm
Yeah,
with you on that.
I definitely wasn't. I'm sorry about that, but
Yeah,
I
you're
definitely
good.
wasn't a Hogan fan either. I kind of liked him a little bit in NWO because he was he was
Yeah.
the leader of NWO, and that was a big thing with my clique or whatever back in high school. So I definitely liked him then, but not his matches, just for his promos, pretty much. So
Yeah, I always liked Macho Man better than Hogan when they were teaming up and stuff. Man, I was like, oh yeah, Macho Man,
oh yeah,
that's my guy. I like Macho Man.
for sure. I
So
got
who's
like
your
three
favorite?
Macho Man shirts. So
That's
I'm
right.
definitely a huge Macho Man fan as well. How he was with all of his promos, and I even remember that Arsenio Hall interview he did, and
Hmm.
really had a really good. Anytime he was on a show, he always had like a really good interview as well. So that was really a cool thing too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember him cutting promos, man. Like he'd turn and he'd be backs facing to the camera, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm one. And he was like, and he turn around, and be like, oh, I'm Macho Man. It's like, oh man, that's very Macho Man.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So who are your
Definitely.
favorites to watch nowadays, man?
Nowadays, um, I'm a guy that's big on like athleticism and weight work. So Bill Ospreay, he's top of my list. Adam Cole, but he's like injured now. Adam Cole. Um, I like who else? I like so many, so many. I like Matt Riddle. I like Rollins. I like Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns. I love how much crap Roman Reigns talks during his match. It's like he's like kind of like street like that a little bit. Like he got that little, yeah, I'm gonna talk my ish and then prove it, back it up, or whatever. I like that. What else I like? I like so many wrestlers now. Like Ricky Starks. I like a lot of wrestlers. Um, who else? So many wrestlers. Bill Hobbs, a lot of dudes. So, for females, I'm a big Ronda Rousey fan. I
Okay.
just love how brutal her matches are, and now she kind of like knows to cut it short and to the point. Like I think she has a better grasp on how to do her promos. Like she always looked like she about to smack the crap out of somebody, and I like that. I think she got a handle of a character. Like she's not happy go lucky anymore, and that's why the fans are cheering her now. Like she's like, nah, I'm a killer, and I'm gonna kill you. And now she lit
Hmm.
up a fire under another one I like. Who's the other one that her friend Shayna Baszler? She's another
Yeah.
one that hopefully she'll get back to her NXT form because when she was in NXT, she was phenomenal. Same with Asuka, and I like Jade Cargill, but mainly for everything else. Yeah, in the ring she's alright, but everything else she just blows away. She has such a star presence about her, and I like Athena a lot too. I mean, I think in the ring she's phenomenal. So hopefully she'll be able to like have a phenomenal match and carry Jade Cargill to a good match and all out. So
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. Isn't All Out Sunday, I think, or next
yeah,
Sunday, or something like that coming up?
yeah. So all
It's
out is
this
the same day as
it's this
Okay.
yeah, this Sunday. That's the same day as Cardiff, right?
no, no,
No,
no.
I
So
think that's Saturday.
Cardiff
yeah, one
Saturday.
is Saturday, one is Sunday.
So yeah, what a wrestling weekend to have, right?
Hmm. What time is the one in the castle or whatever? Is it like noon or something?
One
Uh,
p.m. I
one
One
remember
p.m.
o'clock, something.
1 o'clock Eastern. One
Okay,
p.m.
1 o'clock. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll get on Peacock around noon and see if they're doing some pre-shows or something. See what's
Yeah.
going on.
I will be at
Uh,
work that day.
mm.
Yeah,
Nah,
story of my life. But hey,
yeah,
Yeah,
finally got weekends off at my job. Finally, after 20 years of working weekends, so I'll be able to watch.
that's right.
It.
So I do gotta ask, man. Spooky season's coming up, man. I seen you're like, a horror fan and all, man. So, man, I gotta ask, who's your favorite horror villain? Horror, franchise and stuff, man. Do you have any favorites, or you like, I like them all?
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool that you did some research. Yeah, and you seen that like the horror and stuff. That's what's up. I am a big Chucky fan. I'm gonna actually be Chucky for Halloween. So
Okay.
that was the first horror movie I went to see. My father thought it was a My Buddy movie, and it was much worse. I was like, I think 9 or 10 or something like that, and I seen the Child's Play, and I've been hooked ever since. I can't wait for that new show of his on USA to come on. The first season was excellent, and I can't wait for the second season. And when you're a guy my size, you got to be pretty inventive with your costumes because you're not gonna be able to fit in everything. So
There you go.
I'm gonna give you some overalls and a striped shirt and a red wig, and there you go. And when I don't feel like being scary, I'm gonna be Mario. Because
There you go.
you just gotta get a red shirt, and there you go. You know.
That's right.
But
Yeah,
I love me some horror. I love some horror. I've been going back a good almost 25 years. The last 20 years, definitely a lot of horror stuff I like. So
yeah, Chucky. See, I was born in '82, and yeah, you were probably about the same age as me when I seen it. I remember I didn't see it in theaters. I spent the night at my neighbor's house. My buddy, he was like, he's a year older than me or whatever, and his mom rented Chucky for us. And I guess she thought it was the same thing, like, oh yeah, it's like like PG-13 or PG whatever. It wouldn't really scare us like that or whatever. Well, yeah, it was awesome. You know what I mean? And he had a My Buddy doll. So in the middle of the night, I woke up to use the restroom. And, I go up there and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get him. So I went to his kitchen. I grabbed a butter knife, grabbed his My Buddy doll, and then taped it, to the hand on there. And I stuck the My Buddy doll right on his chest, and then climbed up on, his top bunk because he was on the bottom bunk. Climbed up there,
yeah.
and just laid there. He wakes up like 2 minutes later. Mom comes running in and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, she's snapping. She all mad at me, like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh man, they're gonna kick me out like in the middle of the night and I gotta go home. You know what I mean? My dad gonna beat me. Oh man, no.
Hilarious. That's hilarious. It's funny. You don't think of that at like 10 years old. You had a
Oh
brilliant
yeah, I was
mind.
like, I was gonna get him.
That was
I was like, oh, I'm
awesome.
gonna get him.
A really good prank right there. Only if you could have got that on videotape, you would have won America's Home Funniest Videos right there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even think anybody in like a 5 mile radius owned, a video camera. Back then, it's like
Yeah, I know,
you had
right?
to be rich. You kind of had to be rich, man. We're like country folk.
Yeah, same here. I didn't get my first phone until I was like 19. Now I'll be seeing 5-year-olds with cell phones. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because yeah, I didn't have a cell phone either for a while, man. I remember I couldn't even get. I remember if you had a beeper and you had it in school, you were a drug dealer and you get suspended and stuff. It was like
Yeah,
what?
I know, right?
But
Yeah.
yeah. Have you seen any good horror movies lately, man? Because I like horror movies too. I'm always trying to check some out. Check new
Yeah.
ones out.
I know this Saturday is $3 movie day.
Hmm.
So I'm about to see The Invitation. That's like a Bridgerton horror, basically, is the best way I can describe it. It's like Bridgerton horror. I didn't watch Bridgerton, but I'm gonna definitely watch this. So that's that. But Nope was definitely really good. It was like a elevated horror because it like kind of makes you think about certain things, and it has a slower pace than his other movies, but I still really enjoyed it. So I would say Nope was really good. And there's a couple of streaming services, but I can't think of them right now. But I know I've seen Nope in theaters, and Nope was really good. What do you think of Nope?
Yeah, I
Did you
want
see
to
it?
see no.
Yeah, Nope was
I
really
haven't
good.
seen it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see it. I have seen his Twilight Zone on Paramount and stuff. The seasons that Jordan Peele's done. And, yeah, those are good, man. Some of them episodes, I was like, ooh, oh man, it sticks with me or whatever. It was like, oh man, I gotta watch like Beavis and Butthead to clear my mind because I ain't gonna be able to sleep after this one. You know what I mean? Like, hold
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same way. That's like my comfort food go to sleep show is Beavis and Butthead or like South Park or something I can laugh at
on.
that I already know the lines to, but I'm still gonna laugh at it on the way to sleep or whatever. So I definitely give it you with that. And the new Beavis and Butthead. I like the new what they done. Other than all the pop stuff they put on there for what they watch. Like they don't watch any metal or rock or anything. But other than that, it's
Okay.
just as good as the other show.
I have seen the movie. I haven't seen the show yet. I was going to wait till like it all comes out so I can watch a bunch of them. But the movie was funny. Beavis and Butthead do space. Oh man, I was just dying laughing. I'm like, these guys are just so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's just like they found a cell phone, and then it's just like, oh, we can pay for nachos with a cell phone. It's like, I was like,
Yeah, no, it was hilarious. I would definitely watch it again if it comes on like a repeat or whatever. I seen that too, and it was definitely an awesome movie. If you like Beavis Butthead, you're gonna love that. So
that's right,
yeah,
that's
for
right.
sure.
So yeah, I don't want to. I know NXT. Oh, it's about coming on and stuff now. Now I don't want to keep you too late. You know what I mean? Because catch NXT and all that. But I do want to say thank you very much. For coming on the show, chatting with us, man. I had a blast chatting wrestling and horror movies and stuff and all that good stuff. And I wish you nothing but the best and the positive things for you, your family. You doing your thing. Your blogs. Running your businesses and all that good stuff, man. I wish you nothing but the best.
Well, thank you very much, both of y'all. This is an awesome idea, original idea, and it's really good thing that both of y'all know how to network and everything, and both of you have great personalities, and this definitely, is going to just get better and better the more y'all keep doing it. So keep doing what y'all doing. I really appreciate being invited. Fight by Fashion on Instagram. All my stuff is up 4x and up. So if you have an issue finding something, go to my page, scroll down, like, comment, subscribe and help let it get bigger. There's not too many big and tall plus size male blogs out there. So that's totally, macho male, whatever. So that's what I'm about, about letting you know what's on there. Not trying to feature myself heavily, but feature what's out there for you to actually buy. So, just putting that out there. And thanks once again.
Awesome, awesome. So with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down temporarily. We'll be back in less than an hour with another impressive guest. Actually, our next guest in less than an hour, at 9 o'clock to be exact, will be DeMarcio James of the Nightmare Factory Camp 4. He'll be on here with us, and he's also a bodybuilder. So hopefully, so now that we got some big and tall, a big and tall reference where we can go and find our clothes, we're gonna also get some. Hopefully, we can get some, bodybuilding, tips as well too from DeMarcio. But with that being said, to those of y'all that actually tuned in, thank you very much. And those of y'all that are listen later on, thank you very much in advance. And with that, before I go any further, Rob Bates, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out your experiences, purchase Rob Bates merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you as well?
Or you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Rob_base82, and then Facebook, Rob Base. And then on Saturday, September 17th, 1CW, like I said earlier, we're going to be at House in Delaware with CCW. We got an awesome matchup, you know what I mean? Sam Beal from Impact, LSG, Ring of Honor, you know what I mean? We got all of them, Miles Millennium, Renegade Twins, Kylan King. I think, Kayla Sparks be there, just the whole crew is going to be there tearing it up or whatever. And I don't know if I'm ring announcing. I don't think I'm repping. I might be ring announcing, or I might just be dude in the back hanging out or whatever, you know what I mean? So, I'll definitely be there doing something.
Awesome. And just to let y'all know, we will be actually sponsoring Becca for that event. So, if you're fans of us, of what we do, definitely check out CCW. It's ran by our good friend Marcello. Also, check out 1CW, ran by our good friend Sean Hardy. Two men that are doing great things over there in Delaware in regards to wrestling. If you support indie wrestling, definitely check them out as well. If y'all want to find me on social media, you can find me on Twitter at the Remy Blue, and also on Instagram at the Remy Blue as well. And I'm also on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. And our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019, Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Society. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group, and we also have a YouTube channel where we have a lot of cool interviews like this one, like the one we had with the crying CM Punk fan, aka Frank. Scooby Doo, who was actually seen in AEW wearing a Scooby Doo outfit. A lot of amazing fans. Definitely check us out. All you gotta do is go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. Once you see that sweet OMG dark blue and light blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. 1998. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in live once again. We appreciate it. Thank you in advance to those that are going to listen later on. And those y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away. Well, like myself at a Golden Corral and Rob Bass at a taco festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
We ain't stopping. But with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we here are very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for our special guest, the antagonist, who is the vlogger of Fat Boy Fashion, giving us big guys some fashion tips and what to find to wear when they don't cater for us big guys in your average store. What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
right, with the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. Be back in less than an hour, so don't go anywhere. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and fun parties. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
You too. Stay classy
All right,
in New
man.
York.